All right, we are live, Miles. We are live.
Like,
As you can tell by the bottom, it's a beautiful, beautiful morning here in Badak. 75 degrees and 45% humidity.
nice.
Life is good. Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. People walking around with hoodies and long pants, and
And someone asked me a while ago, "Do you not feel cold?"
it's nice. It wasn't chilly, no wind, no wind. It was just nice, man. It was nice.
The temperature here is 23, 23 to 24 degrees.
All day or just now?
I don't know.
Probably just now. Of course, it's like anything else in the world, as the day goes by, it'll start warming up. It'll get it to like, I don't think it'll get up. I don't think it'll get up above maybe 90s, in the 90s. Humidity will go up. It always goes up. But life is wonderful. Wonderful.
Good morning, Peter.
Hey, Peter, how you doing, man? Good to see Mr. Peter in the house. Yeah, I'll wait for a little bit, maybe a minute or two before we start actually talking. So the only plans we got today is Miles got a therapy. Couple things happened yesterday, nothing bad, nothing bad. I was abused. I just was that my arm's broken on my shoulder. Peter, I think she broke my shoulder. But it was funny, especially for me and another female. We were laughing. We were laughing so hard. The other one was trying to, because she was looking you straight in the face. She didn't want to upset you. But me and her were like, oh my God. We'll tell you in a few minutes, Peter. Yeah, we got out of Badak and went to, how do you say it? Badak?
Batak.
Yeah, we went to Badak. B-A-T-O-C, right?
AC.
AC. B-A-T-A-C. And that's the next town, large town north of us.
Batak City.
The Badak City.
City.
Yeah, we did a little shopping. Spent 64,000 pesos, which is all right. Look, people, look, hey, Peter, the scene, there's no exchange rate, no bailing. I don't care, man. Get used to it. But yeah, it was quite eventful. Right? Yeah, see, they bailed too. No exchange rate, I'm leaving. Bye-bye. That's what we're gonna do from now on, Peter, man. We're just gonna the shorts that I put up now, they're the only ones gonna have the exchange rate. It's screwing my click-through rate, if you know anything about that. In other words, what's happening is people come on there, they watch the exchange rate and they bail. Okay? It is what it is. They don't even give the rest of the video a chance. No, I'm not saying my videos are like earth-shattering. I'm not saying that. But they're screwing me over, and that's why YouTube doesn't push my videos. Because they're saying, well, nobody's watching it, so why should we, waste our time? So it is what it is. And also, when I first started doing that, okay, a content creator was telling me, dude, it's gonna screw you over. And I was like, well, that. And he says, what it is people will come to your channel, watch the exchange rate, and then bail. And he goes, and YouTube won't push your video out because they think, well, people ain't liking it. And that's what happened. So that's why I'm doing it. And I'm not going to change it, man.
Good morning, McLovin.
Hey, McLovin, how you doing? It's a beautiful day here in Badak, man. 75 degrees, 45% humidity. I just hope it stays this way all day. I don't think it will. It won't.
Yesterday, is it hot yesterday?
No, it wasn't too bad. No, it wasn't that bad. I mean, if you got in direct sun, yeah, it got a little warm. But if you stayed out of the sun, it was fine.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday there, McLovin.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. Fridays were always nice when I was working. Now I don't, so it's just another day for me, to be honest with you.
those
The only thing different about Fridays is your therapy.
the
your physical
workers
therapy.
waiting for the weekend.
Every day is the same with us, man. We have a non-exciting life, and I don't. No drama, right?
Mhm.
Do you consider yourself in the drama, like a drama queen? No, I shouldn't have said that because I noticed that there is channels here that you don't watch because of that, because of the drama. You know, it just and the verbal abuse. You're not in that either. Big plans for us? Do we have any plans?
No.
Oh well, okay. Well, it's yesterday we went out and purchased a e-bike or e-trike, whatever, with three-wheeler, one wheel on the front, two wheels in the back. We want to. Hold on a second. Hey, hang with home. How you doing, man?
Good morning.
We purchased it. It only cost us 64,000 pesos. It's a lot. It's over $1,000, but we like it. All right. And I did a video uploaded tomorrow of us. We got it. They drove it all the way from Badak to Badak. Okay. It takes roughly a half hour to 45 minutes, depending on traffic. But the problem, what really set me back, is that it's one of these, the whole way, going up, climbing, down, and like that. When they got here, when they left, Badak, the battery on it was 100%, right? But when they got here, with all that driving through the mount, the hills and everything like that, how much was it? 80 or 70? Yeah, I think it was like 80%, 80 or 70%. I was like, wow. The funny thing is, man, it has I kind of laugh. It's got a backup camera for it. You got a little display in the front. When you're backing up, you can see what's behind it. All you got to do is do this. Look, but whatever. It's got a radio. And what else? Windshield wipers.
Why?
Exactly. What made me laugh, it's got a fan. It's got a fan in it. So yeah. But you want to know something, Dodge?
Hello, Tess.
It's
Good morning.
people see buying a car here. If you want to buy a car, that's up to you. You're wrong. You're all out. It's up to you. But it's such a liability. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell you. Well, it never happened to me. Okay, but hearing stories like you'll be riding down the road and all of a sudden somebody comes up and T-bones you. Guess what? It's your fault. It's your fault.
Yep.
Because the way they look at it, you don't have to be here. You chose to be here. And if you weren't here, that accident wouldn't have happened. But it's not only the Philippines. A lot of Southeast Asia think that. Japan, they'll tell you. You don't have to be here. The Philippines don't come out and tell you this, but that's the attitude they have. Is in Japan, you get an accident, it's your fault. Because you don't have to be here. They're citizens. You're not. And everybody says, well, that's kind of racist. No, it's just, you'll notice here that the Philippines, they care more about the citizens than anything else. They could care less about anybody. Let's be, they could care less.
Mm-hmm.
They care more about the Philippines, it doesn't bother me. I respect that, No, but yeah, exactly, Dodge. I just, anywhere we go. Well, now we got the. What do you want to call it? What do you want to call it? Then your e-bike. You got to give it a nickname, like my motorcycle. I call it a Harley. It's nowhere near a Harley. What are you going to call yours?
My body.
Huh?
My body.
Your buddy? No, you gotta be a funny me. Think about it. Yeah, it's just a car here is such a liability, man. I know a lot of guys, they'll get a brand new car within 2 months, man. You see dents in it and scrapes in it and stuff. It's not worth it. I don't think it is. That's why you see a lot of what we used to call them beaters or whatever you want to call them, man. But just these cars, they get destroyed. They get destroyed. And I've been told by so many people. I was talking to an Englishman, and he was a mechanic. He'd been years as a mechanic. And he told me, he says, never buy a used car here. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, they drive them till the wheels fall off. He goes, the only time they change the oil is when they see black smoke coming out of the exhaust pipe. You know, he says, don't do it. And he was also telling me about the motorcycles. And that's why he says, do these people realize what they're doing to their motorcycles when they put these big exhaust pipes, you know, and on them? He says, do they realize what they're doing to their motorcycles? Well, the ones that sit there, you'll hear them. The muffler, yeah. When they're driving down the road here, and you hear like a bunch of like backfire and everything like that. He says, man, they're destroying their pistons. Yeah, we could, but like it's like hang with home. I'm sorry, hang with home. It's the only time we're getting older. Okay, Miles has osteoporosis, what's that called? The thinning of the bones, which happens 90% of the time with females after they go through that change. And there might be days where she just, you know, I can't walk that today, so she can hop in it. But it's a guarantee that we use it every market day. You know, instead of getting a tricycle, we'll just use that so we can bring. I ain't carrying all that stuff walking home. I'm sorry. I'm not lazy. It's just a lot of stuff. What?
Yeah.
The funny thing is, well, it's not funny. Is you never drove a bicycle, did you? You said one time a bike. Is it you that told? Yeah.
I drove before. Just because every time when I drove, I get accidents.
Yeah, she don't like driving bicycles because you know it's just.
I have already trauma, so.
And yeah, yesterday we went out, and I think I'll say 90% of her is she needs to have more confidence in herself and relax. I mean, she is so freaking tense when she's talking. So I was like, Miles, relax. Of course, I sat in the back. I didn't say anything because I'm a firm believer you learn from your mistakes. You know what I mean? I mean, if she's getting ready to get hit by another car, I'll say something. I'm not gonna be a total jerk. But people learn from the mistakes. And I even showed her yesterday. Remember when I made that U-turn?
Yeah.
It was a tight U-turn. And I said, see, the steering's good on this. You know? So, yeah, McLaren, you're right. That's what I'm saying. It's just that stuff, you know? I don't mind paying these tricycle guys 50 pesos, which is more than any other people here pay them. But it's just a convenient thing, you know? And plus, I'm thinking like the future. Yeah, Dodge is right. There is a ordinance or a law, you know, for that, but they don't enforce it. Here, they don't enforce it. I mean, you see them driving. We got the police station right down the road. Drive right by them. There'll be police officers hanging outside. It's what they do is okay, like they do in the States. Okay, say you got a taillight out or something out in your car, all right, and you're driving, nobody bothers you. But all of a sudden you get stopped for a speeding ticket. Next thing you know, there's tickets stacked up. You know what I mean? You got an out taillight, your windshield wipers suck, this, that. That's what they do here. And that's what a cop told me. The cop told me, he says, oh, no, we know who they are. But if we stop them for one thing, we just start piling it up, you know? Because by the law, they're supposed to take it from you. They're supposed to, and it's like, well, if they take it from you, how are you supposed to fix it? You know what I'm saying? I guess they put your motorcycle in motorcycle jail, and you got to get fined. I guess or get it out, bail it out. I'm not sure. Never happened to me, so I don't know. But they do by law. They're supposed to confiscate it. But they like I said, they stack it.
Hello, Matt.
Hey Matt, how you doing, man? Glad to see you. Well, no, I just that's a good question.
Yeah.
They say it takes 6 to 8 hours to fully charge it if you're at, you're at like no, you drain your battery. It takes 8 hours. But that's a good question. But they also say you should never completely drain your battery. You should let it go down to like 20 or 40%. But I'm pretty sure there'll be times when you go below that. But they say because it stresses the cells out. What do you mean, Matt? But yeah, we got that one. I told her, Miles, I said, just we'll go out, whenever you feel like it, and we'll just drive around. I'm not talking about the main roads. I'm talking about these back roads until she gets, like I said, confidence. That's all it is. The funny thing is when well, it's not funny, but she's got to get used to it. I mean, it's got 3 gears. You got 3 speeds in it, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 1 is of course the slowest. And I said, Miles, and remember last night I was showing her. I had it on 1, and I had that throttle all the way. Was it going fast?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. You set to number 2.
No, I set it to 1. It was on 1, and I had that throttle all the way. And it goes to a certain speed, and that's it. You can't go any faster, which would be good for her. But I did ask her one thing. I said, hey, do me a favor. I said, if somebody comes here asking they use it, say no. No. And no, it's not being selfish or greedy or anything like that. But from our past experience, people don't care. You know what I mean? They'll wreck it or they'll do some damage to it and then they just walk away. And then they deny it. You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't do that. Yeah, you did.
Yay, yay.
Good, man.
February, March, April. Oh, they will. April.
April, yeah. You'll be fine, man. Hey, Doc, have you been here before? I'm pretty sure you have.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've been here before, like say like 30 days, believe me, it's gonna be totally different. Okay. 30 days and staying is 2 different things. I don't care what anybody says. When you come here, you're on vacation mode or tourist mode. All right, so things don't matter. You're like here, spending money.
Big difference.
But when you're here on a permanent basis, you're like, all right, I only got this much for the month,
Last month.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah,
month for 10 days.
That is totally different. And you probably already know. You probably already know that. It's totally different from visiting or vacation to living here. You start rethinking a lot of things, You start questioning, do I, for like purchases, buying something, you're like, do I really need that? Do I need it now?
Do I need to start like this, and that?
And believe me, how I know that I made them mistakes, I got all this money,
How can adjust all the adjust the Philippine culture, the blah blah blah.
I mean, unless you come here, already have a business going here, okay, in your wife's name, you already have a business here, and you know the steady income coming in, that's fine. But when you're retired and you depend on, and you probably got money saved, of course, and with the sale. But when you're retired, you got to start thinking, hey, if I spend all my money by the 10th of that month, what am I going to do the rest of the month? I ain't got no more money coming in. And a lot of guys make that mistake, man. Then they go around borrowing money.
You can have your own business after
13A.
13A.
Yeah. If you get a 13A,
under your name.
Yeah, you can work in the Philippines if you have a 13A. But are they going to hire you? Filipinos look out for each other. They look out for no matter how educated you are, how skilled in your trade or whatever, they'll hire their fellow Filipino before they hire you. And you got to keep that in mind. They just look out for each other, you know. You're Americano, you're rich in their eyes. You don't need that job. So keep that in mind. A lot of guys go, oh, you know, I'll get a job. Good luck with that one. Good luck. Not saying they won't, unless you're getting like a company here from that's here, but it's from another country. Your chances are good, but the average jobs around here, like in Batak, nah. Don't know yet, McLaren. Like I said, they drove from Badak, B-A-T-A-C, right, to here in Badak, all right? That's 30 to 45 minutes away, and it's hills.
Mhm.
All right, they left Badak with a full charge battery. They got here not an hour, about 30 to 45 minutes later, and it was down to 80%. The funny thing is, McLaughlin, they gave us no owner's manual for it. All right, we got, you know, the cover that you can get for it that has the plastic on the sides. This one's pretty nice. One they gave us. We got it for free. I'm like, how the hell you put this thing in? It's all different pieces. I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to put this together? You know, it's you just look at it. You know, I'm thinking, okay, is there a it's just it's crazy. So I got to do research on how to put that thing on because there is no owner manuals on it. There's no instructions, nothing. And you'll see that a lot in the Philippines. You'll get something where you got to put together, and you get instructions that are so vague, and you sit there and you try to figure it out. You know, or you look at the box, you look at the picture on the box, all right, of whatever you got, and you kind of wing it, you know, to put it together. How many times have I done that? A couple of times. I just look at the box, I look at the picture, and I say, okay, these are the legs. This is the top. Then you got to figure out the screws. That's the hard part. So what time's your therapy coming today?
I don't
Trying
know.
to get you involved here instead of just sitting there.
I don't know what.
All right, I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna ask you some questions. Never mind, because you won't answer. Miles is so politically correct sometimes. She doesn't lie, but if she can't tell the truth, she won't tell the truth. She won't say nothing at all. Right?
Wait a minute.
What? Miles.
Wait a minute. I am texting the therapy.
What?
Ask the time.
No. You should have done that beforehand.
Because you keep.
We're doing a
asking.
#1 rated YouTube live stream. I'm just joking. We talked about that too. We were talking about that this morning. I said, Miles is going to go hit the road. And she goes, yeah, you need to come just in case you need to push me.
Yeah, you push. You push.
No, you'll be pushing. Because believe me, I'll come up with an ailment at that time or a pain. I wouldn't do that at all. Yeah, so when her first voyage, I'll go ahead, I'll video it. Okay, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, okay, I got a question for y'all. All right. I had a rod and I had some plates and pins put in my arm. Okay. After like a year, I think it was a year, maybe a year, they took everything out. And I just wonder, because I'm not getting a straight answer. I'm just wondering because she can only bend her arm like that much. I mean, she can't fully straighten it out. I wonder if they took all that metal that they put in her, if her mobility would be a lot better. I'm not getting straight answers.
Yeah, it seems like when I
Yeah, see, she can't bend her, she can't bend
Just
the
like
arm.
something
It's stopping it.
it's happening
Yeah,
here.
because that's the metal in there probably. I'm just curious if they could take it all out. I've asked. I've asked. Yeah, yeah. A toe strap, yeah. That's a good idea. I'm pretty sure after a while you'll realize how far you can go on it.
So
What's that? What's that?
Tong It's tournament. I was the Tong It's, you mean the playing card McLeod game.
Gambling, yeah, gambling's a thing here.
Yeah.
Gambling is a big thing.
That I don't.
You don't gamble though. I mean, once in a while we got what they call them
The small town lottery.
yeah, we got the small town lottery here, and they got people walking around taking numbers. The lady across the road does it every once in a while. I'll give her 20 pesos for a number. Remember that one time though, I was doing it for a while, then I stopped, and then my number came out, and I was like, "You son of a bitch." Yeah, the number came out, and I missed it one time. It's 20 pesos. I'm not paying. I'm not in the gambling. We talk about traveling, but we just want to wait. We want to wait. I'd rather be honest with you, man. I'd rather go to an island somewhere, than go into the big areas like Cebu and those other places. What's the other one? San Nicolas, the one that's down by there. Well, Brian from Phil in the Philippines.
Before
Yeah,
Angeles City.
Angeles City. Yeah. Oh, you know about the gamble? Yeah, they gamble a lot here, man. They'll take. Never mind. Never mind. I don't. I gotta watch. I don't want to get myself in trouble. But they'll take the last whatever pesos they have, okay, and then wishful thinking, and they'll spend it.
Yeah. Samal Island.
It was at some. You know where that's at? What area, Dodge? What area is that in? Yeah. How about? I'll tell you. I won't tell you where, but I'll tell you two people. Okay. There was an older British gentleman. Really nice guy. I talked to him a couple of times. I'm not saying he was rich, but he was comfortable. Okay. And he was sending. Remember, he was sending his internet girlfriend. He come here and visit every once in a while. He was sending her money all the time, and that's what she was doing. Remember you were telling me? She was gambling it all away.
Yeah.
All of it.
Every day.
Yeah, and then he used to come. He was older than me, okay? But after a while, when he came here, where did they meet in Manila? Was it Manila or somewhere else where you got a hotel with aircon? Because her house had no aircon, no modern conveniences. And I guess he's like, nah, I can't do this. So he went. So when he comes here, that's why I say he's comfortable. He gets a hotel, and that's where they stay while I was there.
Because they he won't travel other country. So when he arrived Philippines and the girlfriend there and they travel other country.
But they travel somewhere else. Yeah, he just told me. He asked me. He says, "You get used to this?" I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "The heat and the humidity." He goes, "I can't sleep at night." I said, "Well, I got a fan on me. That helps a little bit." He says, "I got two fans hitting on me," and he goes, I can't do it." And I was like, "Well, you're from England, man. It doesn't get very cold. Very hot in England." And he looks at it and said, "I've been there. I've been to England. I've been to London and other places. It doesn't get like it does here. He says, no, I'm having a hard time with
What's
this.
that? A video call.
Hold on. Yeah. What do you mean? This?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said he called
Video
his
call.
Molly
Molly
and
and sis at SM playing
bingo.
bingo.
Yeah, that's another thing. Bingo,
Oh
man.
no.
That's another thing. They're looking for that get quick rich thing, you know? And it's like,
Samal Davao. Oh, I don't like.
I knew a guy here, man. I'm not gonna say his name. He had a good business. He had yeah, okay, it was a restaurant, all right. And his food was good, wasn't it? It was right around the corner. It was good. Come to find out, he had his brother working with him, and his brother was taking all the profits and spending it. Ah, yeah, Clark. Hey, you been to the Air Force, the hospital in Clark? I heard nothing but good things, McLovin. I heard nothing but really good things about it. No, they're still together. You know that older English guy. They're still together, right? Or don't you know?
But he didn't come here in a province in.
I don't think.
He stay in Manila.
And I don't think they're not married, are they? I don't think he plans on getting married. I don't think he plans on living here on a permanent basis. He loves his country, London, you know, England.
Maybe it's already before when we met.
But he is a nice guy. I got nothing
When
bad to
he
say.
met,
I met.
he said it's already 70.
Yeah, he's in the state.
And I think it's 8 years. 8 years.
So he's like 78.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 78, maybe 80. Really great guy, but he can't do it here, man. There's a lot of people do that. Okay, they can't do it. Especially, I mean, you're coming from London. Okay, you coming here, no aircon, two fans hitting on you, and it still don't do you any good. I mean, there's been times where he'll be sitting and she'll be fanning him, right? She'll be fanning him. He just can't deal with it, which is, I mean, come on. Some people just can't handle it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, when I first got here to stay, I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, we turn on the fan,
Fan
the
hit.
wall fan, and the.
I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. And there was other things going on. It was kind of. I had an attitude. If you notice, like the first videos I did, man, I had a suit because there was a lot of stuff going on that should not be going on. Okay, and it was just freaking pissing me off. And I even started thinking, you know, it crossed my mind, maybe I should just go back to the States. You know, because I don't want to deal with this. I ain't gonna lie. And I had a serious freaking attitude. People was like, why are you so grouchy? And I just didn't want to. It was like, I didn't sign up for this shit. I'm being honest. I did not. And then all of a sudden, I had an awakening or whatever you want to call it. And I just said, you want to know something? These people are not my responsibility. I don't give a shit about you anymore. Because it's just things happening all the time that shouldn't have been happening. And it was like, you know, don't come me ask for shit because the answer is going to be no.
Hello, Darren. Good morning.
Hey, McLovin, you know what? I watched some. He's talking about. Remember the videos we watched about the Air Force the base hospital? They say that place is haunted. Yeah, they say the guards. I mean, they had interviews with the guards that if they're supposed to go inside there and then check. They won't go in there.
And you can hear a strange noise.
Yeah, and they say when you go into a room, you can like certain parts of it, you can actually smell. Like there's one area that was the burn ward. Well, you got to remember during Vietnam War, that's where they took the soldiers to that hospital there. Some made it, some didn't. But the burn ward, he was saying you could smell, you know, the like burning skin, and it's just what's his name? What's his name? We used to watch all the time. The Ghost Chaser. The Ghost guy. The guy went after. The guy lived in Florida, Miles. Had a girlfriend, Tiffany.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I said to him a couple of times, man, you want to go? You want to go to a haunted place? Go to the hospital at the Air Force Base in the Philippines. I said, go there. You'll see some crazy things happen. I mean,
Even CJ there. CJ,
did he go there?
not yet.
No, I don't think they went there. So that's what I heard, McLaughlin. They say it's haunted. And you're understandable, man. You got guys, like I said, that came there from Vietnam, the military from Vietnam, they flew them there. Right? Well,
Yeah, you cannot go inside because
I,
people, those local tourists also is scared going.
nobody says you don't go in there.
You can hear a strange,
Yeah.
just like is that.
And I asked, hey, okay, has anybody, I looked, has anybody been seriously hurt or maybe unalive there? And no. And I was like, then why, if nobody's getting hurt and there is the activity going on there, hold on a second. Oh God, I'm so far behind. I'm sorry, guys. Yep, you need to get acclimated. And like McLaughlin, like I said, a lot of people, some people can't do it. They can't do it. I mean, they might have lung problems. If you got like heart problems or lung problems, stay out of the Philippines. Stay out. And I'm a firm believer, man. If you got some major medical stuff going on with you, stay in your country. Just stay. Somebody coming in? Sound like somebody. Yeah, the morgue. Yeah, dude, they was. They're talking about that hospital. Yeah, like I said, if nobody's been hurt or nobody's been unalive, I'd go in there. I'd be scared out of my. I'd be scared. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I go. Wouldn't you? No, she wouldn't go. She wouldn't. Miles wouldn't go.
Philippine blogger.
Hey, I'd be walking around with a crucifix.
They saw people. They see people walking inside when they.
Yeah, they see a lot of shadow.
No,
They see a lot of shadow figures. You know what I mean?
Ghosts.
Yeah, spirits, ghosts, or whatever. Yeah, well, yeah, they had a morgue. That morgue, I think, the morgue was in the basement. I think. I watched a couple of videos about it, and this one guy made an awesome video on it. Awesome. You know what the problem was? He was speaking to God. That's the only, and so I had to put, the captions on it, so I can read what he was saying. And he made the best video. He had cameras all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's some weird stuff that was happening there. It was like, oh my God, God, I wish I could remember the guy's name. Very autistic. Knew what he was doing. I like watching stuff like that, and I like picking out the phony ones too. And there is. I'm not talking about here in the Philippines. I'm talking about in general. There's some phony ones, man. They say the camera's moving, and they, you see a finger going like this, going like that, moving the cabinet. You're like, you phony ass.
Have you ever been to Bataan, Maclovin? Bataan.
Well, they say the mountains that you go through on the bus. They say there's stuff that goes on there. once in a while you'll see people standing alongside the road, and then you pass them, and then all of a sudden you look and you rear view and they're not there. There's a stretch of road, I want to say either Kentucky or Tennessee. Some of you probably know what I'm talking about, with a bus accident where all them kids got killed. A lot of things happen there, man. I've seen some stuff happen there. Yeah, this one right here. And everybody around me, Miles is, well, I come to find out, Miles already knew it because people have told her this place is haunted. She knew it, but every time I bung it up, like, something's weird going on here. Because at first I didn't know what it was. Weird noises coming from this room. Not angry noises, just like weird noises. Like somebody walking up. Yeah, like somebody walking, like not walking, but like dragging their feet, like an old person. How they drag their feet. I would hear that. And there's times when I had these windows open in here, and at night we shut the windows. I was like,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I forgot to shut the windows. I come in here and they're all closed and locked. And I asked myself, hey, thanks for shutting the windows, because I didn't shut no windows. You know what I mean? But it's harmless, man. Whoever's here, harmless. We've been here for 6 years.
7. For
Going
me,
on 6 years, 6.5
it's
years.
7 years.
And nobody, and yeah, everybody says, yeah, that place is haunted. And they say it's the guy who built this place. He died here. So, I don't know. Like I said, if you don't have at it, buddy, you don't bother us. You know, you're not evil. So if there is something here, not so. Yeah, yep. The hospital, yeah, they say it's,
Yeah.
especially that hospital, because like I said, they flew guys in from Vietnam, you know, that were hurt or dying or died. Because that was, even if you were killed, from my understanding, even if you were, well, you can say killed now here on YouTube. If you were killed in Vietnam, they flew you there so they do the preps, you know, so they could send you home.
Excuse me, I want to get something.
Okay.
The package says this package arriving.
What's a whack whack? McLeod, what's a whack whack? I heard that name before. You mean that one that looks like half man, half bat? It's supposed to be an evil spirit or something like that. If that's what you're talking about, I heard about that. I have never seen it. And I asked, what's a whack whack?
What is this?
Is it the half man, half bat?
Aswang?
Oh, that's an
Is that
aswang.
aswang?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know. Yes.
Yeah.
Half man, half man.
Yeah, they got the aswang.
Aswang.
Aswang, that's another one. Everybody says that it exists, but who's seen it? Has anybody?
Yeah, still, but they don't. We don't know where.
Do they have video or photographic proof of it? Because
Maybe
you could talk all day long. If I don't
Yeah,
see
I mean,
proof of it,
some of the some of people have that evidence or
so they have the evidence. And also, I heard about the lady in white. Miles,
Now the
lady in white.
lady in white,
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
The lady in white.
lady in white, especially when you drive at night
Yeah, the lady in
and
white.
suddenly appear right in front of your vehicle, and you know.
Well, we in the States we have. Well, truck drivers will talk about the black dog. And some of you know what I'm talking about late at night when you're driving. When you're late, when you're tired and you're driving late at night, you see some weird. Most of it's just your mind and your eyes playing tricks with you. You'll swear to God a black dog ran across the road. Called the black dog. But white, that's I don't know. Like I said, I would have to see it for myself to believe. And I say, oh shit, all right. You know?
Good morning, Kuya Jan. Good
Hey John, how you doing,
morning.
man? How you doing? See, even John, hey, John, when you first got here, okay, since you're from Britain, did you have a hard time getting used to the environment? Because I was talking about, I know a Buddhist guy who has in a relationship with a Philippine girl. He must have money, but he comes here. He doesn't live here permanently. He even told me he can't do it. He cannot do it. I mean, when he goes to bed at night, he's got like fans, multiple fans hitting on him, and he just can't do it. And when he does come here now, he usually stays in a hotel or motel. Stay in a hotel, and she'll come and see it, come there, and so we can have the aircon. But yeah, did you have that same problem when you first got here?
Or resorts.
Yeah, or resort. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's bad.
that is our belief. It's not good to sweep the floor at night.
At night,
Mm-mm.
do you actually believe it?
That is our
So that's why you had me do it.
superstition.
So that's why you had me do it, right?
No, it should be any person who swept the floor. In Hong Kong, they don't.
Okay, what is the reason behind it? Why do they? I mean,
It's bad luck.
okay, bad
they
luck.
don't-
Why is it bad luck? Oh yeah, you don't know.
They said it's bad luck.
Okay. Or is it one of them things you all came up with so you don't have to sweep the floor at night?
Yeah, you can. Some also said that you swept the floor,
Okay.
but from you started from the door, not.
I mean, some
Don't sweep the dirt outside the door.
a lot of things that you guys have, like you say, bad luck. You kind of look, but you say, you respect. It's kind of way out there, but you're like, okay, I respect. How about mopping the floor at night? Can you mop the floor at night?
Yeah.
You can't sweep, but you can mop. But don't you usually sweep before you mop? I know I do.
No.
You don't? Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. He says you are sweeping all the luck out of the house. That makes that I can understand that.
Might be. You have an idea. And yeah.
That makes sense. I can see that. They believe you could.
Maybe that is the luck or the luck is.
Hey, John, how was the weather for you all when you woke up this morning? It was beautiful here, man. It was 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and the humidity was like 45%. And it's still that way now. I was like, oh, I could do this. She said it's cold, and I understand. Come on, John probably understands. Living here, I mean, they get so used to the heat and the humidity that when the temperature drops like that and the humidity's low, they think they're in the freaking. You think you're in Alaska, right?
Yeah. Good morning, Mary. No, good morning.
Yeah, this guy, like I said, John, awesome guy. He's from London. Like I said, I think he's comfortable, very, very comfortable. And he was just talking to me, and he was just kind of like, and then you know what he told me, John, after the conversation, he says, you're all right for a Yank. I said, hey, thanks, man. I knew what he meant. But we didn't have this, oh, London's so great, or the United States is so good. We didn't have that. We were just talking about he was just having a very hard time with it. And I said, I understand. He's on his 8, John. He was on his 80 years old. He's set in his ways. He's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Hey, man. Hey, man. How you doing, man? We didn't have any fog, John. No fog. It was just nice, man. I woke up this morning. What time did I get up? 4:30? I woke up around 4:30, 5 o'clock, in between 4:30 and 5 o'clock. And I was like, wow. We didn't have the aircon on last night. I had the door open with the fan blowing in. It was comfortable then too. Yeah, a lot of people can, and there's nothing wrong with it, man. A lot of people can't. They can't deal with it. They can't deal with it, man. And like I said, if you got bad lungs or a bad heart, I wouldn't come here. I wouldn't, because you're gonna need medical attention. And getting to a good hospital is a flip of a coin, you know. And it's not the doctors. I want you all to understand. 99% of the time is if they don't have the hospitals. Some of these private hospitals, they don't have the equipment because it's expensive. They can't afford it. Snowstorm. That's what the Philippines needs, a good snowstorm. What do you think, John? They need a good snowstorm. You all would lose. They would all lose their minds. Whoa.
Like early morning in Baguio. Yeah, even here.
Yeah, John, it was beautiful here this morning. Man.
Early morning.
It was nice.
You can feel it's like the air feels like.
It's not that. Maybe you understand, John. It didn't have that thick feeling to the air. You know what I mean? It was just beautiful. I mean, Mucky, the dog, he went outside and laid in the grass. He was like, "Oh, this is life," you know. So, John, you doing okay, man?
Kuya, we will go to vegan.
Vegan.
Yeah.
Hey, we could drive that e-trike all the way to there.
Far.
Yeah, I got her a e-trike. And John will even tell you, you don't buy a car. You don't buy a car here is such a liability, man. It's such a liability.
That's 50-50.
I don't know. Yeah, you
You
don't.
read the word there, Kuya Jan? 50-50 or 50-50.
Like I said, I love. Yeah, I like vegan. I like vegan. And I don't find vegan very expensive. I mean, there's certain things, of course, and you're gonna pay, but I don't think for what a lot of stuff here is free. The museums are free, right?
Yeah, they just only give if you want to give
Yeah, donations, you know.
Kuya Jan been in vegan few times already.
Yeah, which I knew when you go to vegan, I was, give us a heads up. Say I'm going to vegan. We'll go just to meet up, you know.
The thing is, he's living in Bulacan. A little bit.
How far is it from?
Bulacan is already close to Manila.
That's far. I didn't think you would live that far. Yeah, that's a trip. That is a trip. Yeah, I don't have fun with the Philippines, man. I think a lot of people have when they first get here. They need to get rid of that my way or no way attitude because it's a different flow of life here. You know, not everything is an emergency here, and they just take every day as it comes. They don't worry about what's going well for the most part. They don't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. They worry about what today. I have no bad thoughts. But like I said, when I first got here, like with all the stuff that was going on, I was ready to go back to the States. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do this. And it wasn't between me and Miles, it was outside sources. And the things you've been through, you know? So that's why I always tell people when you get here, don't worry about anybody else. If you're with you're married or you're in a relationship, just worry about that person. Don't worry about the outer circle. Not your problem, not your responsibility. That's just the way I feel.
Try to visit Ilocos Norte also, Kuya Jan.
But If you get in a relationship where they have kids, that's a different story, man. That's a totally different. You should know what you're going to get yourself into. You know, if they have a father, most likely that father ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? Ain't doing nothing. So you might end up spending, taking care of them as far as education and everything else because
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
and it's not a bad thing. I mean, that happens in the States too, where you take on you get in a relationship, either you get married or you just live together, whatever, and you end up caring for their children like they're your own, most of the time, not all the time. But most likely here, if you get in a relationship with a female, or you get a partner, I'm just going to say, and they have kids, most likely you're going to take on the responsibility of the children. It's just the way it is, man. What?
One of my eyes is here.
It's the evil trying to get out. Yeah, so hopefully, John, I'm hoping the weather, the cool weather here, I'm hoping it stays. I can't see it happening. Probably, like I said, as the day goes on, it'll start getting warmer and more humid. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's just it's reality, because 9 times out of 10, either the father passed away or he's just a sperm donor, Let's be real, let's be honest about it. And it happens everywhere else in the world. So, the Philippines is not unique to that. Everybody else has that problem. Right? What? You okay?
Yeah, I just only exercising my
Exercising.
massaging my this what the therapist said. Sometimes you massage the muscle here.
You need to get that taken care of too.
This is my
No, we need to
ugly
see
ma-
one of the plates in her wrist because she broke her wrist too. One of the screws is backing out. And it's not a dangerous thing, but the doctor says, walk away and take that screw out. She don't want nothing to do with that. I was like, Miles, make it to the point where you don't have a choice. But they're going to say, it needs to come out. You know what I mean? It's right now, you should have it taken out. But it might get to the point where I was going to say, you need to have it taken out. He said, oh, no. You did fine when they put all that stuff in you. What was that all about?
I can still
The justification. Yeah, maybe one of these days. Just like and I'm pretty sure John knows what I'm talking about. I don't know why Filipinos fear the dentist. They are absolutely petrified of going to a dentist. We were in the dentist's office, and all she had to do was sit down in a chair, and the dentist would have done an examination for her. She didn't want nothing to do with her getting in that there. And I said, I don't want to hear later on down the road. I said, you got nobody to blame but yourself. Dentists aren't expensive here, not like they are in like the States. They're not that expensive. Right?
expensive.
Okay. Not you, because I know you don't gamble. But people blow all their money on drinking and gambling. That's expensive. And you all accept that.
Mhm.
I've seen people here take all the money they had for that day and they gamble and it's gone, and then all of a sudden they're screwed. I've seen it happen. You're like, dude, you had enough money to buy yourself some bet because they already had. Believe me, it's mandatory to keep rice in your house. Okay, you had enough money to buy a piece of fish or something like that, and they gamble and it's gone. I think that's why people are picking out a tree
Well,
because they spend all their money on gambling. I don't know that to be fact. I'm just talking crap.
good morning, Anthony.
Yeah, I seen that this morning on World News. They were saying, yeah, these guys are going to get hit. Texas and all those areas going to get hit hard. And I was like, well, hope everything, I hope you're safe there, Anthony.
Mm.
Yeah, it's supposed to get really, really cold. Hey, Dave, what's the temp they're predicting, Anthony? How far is it going to drop? They never said the temp. They just talked about it.
It is like mandatory to keep potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes. Yeah, I don't hate rice. Okay, I don't hate it. I've had rice in the States. It's just I'm just not used to having it 3 times a day, 7 days a week. It's just kind of like
Yes,
no.
same as you are.
I don't eat that much potatoes either.
You eat potatoes and
My-
pasta.
I never had that much potatoes. I love potatoes because we grew up with it, but I'm not obsessed with it. And I grew up in an Italian neighborhood. If I didn't like spaghetti, I'd be chastised, you know? Yeah, I was the only, Anthony, we were the only Irish family that lived in an Italian neighborhood. Life got kind of rough sometimes. I heard the word "bit" come out of a lot of people's mouths so often. Well, actually, we're Irish, and my mom's Irish. My dad was German.
11 degrees.
11. That's cold. And is that with the wind chill factor kicked in there, or is that just yeah. Oops, wrong one. Sorry, man. Yeah, I like sweet potatoes too. I like sweet potatoes. Miles makes these sweet potato chips.
Mm.
Oh, they're so good. Yes, you can buy sweet potatoes in the Philippines. She makes these sweet potatoes. They're addicting. But you put a little bit of brown sugar on it, right? Oh, they're so good. That's why I'm so glad Miles is. She's open minded when it comes to food, and she can cook anything. Miles can cook anything, all right. But she's very open minded, open minded when it comes to food. So she'll try something. If she don't like it, just like me. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't try to talk me into like.
Okay, Darren, thank you for.
All right, yeah, you got to know. Oh yeah, you do. I'm sorry. It's your Thursday night. Yeah, you take it easy, man. Stay safe.
There's 3 minutes.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you a quick question though. Are you gonna get hit with the weather?
Ate too much rice.
You ate. Well, Texas is big on rice, ain't it, Anthony? I know Texas and Louisiana, they're kind of big on rice. Hey, thanks, Darrell. Ooh, that's without wind chill. Oh. So it's gonna be colder. Stay inside, man. Stay out of the cold. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It's not. That cold, especially at the atmospheric temperature of what do you say, minus 11? No, 11 degrees.
Yeah,
And then you throw that wind chill in there. It ain't worth going outside. Oh, I'd stay inside. Yeah, the same thing for Anthony. He says 11. Said 11 degrees. That's without the wind chill. You would lose. I would too, but you would lose your mind. And this is all coming down from Canada, right? Those Canadians, man, I'm telling you. You would lose your mind. No, I think you're pretty smart. You probably adapt real quick. You wouldn't know what to do. You know what I mean? Stay in the house where the heat, where it was warm. There you go, Anthony. Thinking ahead. See, that's what you do.
You stay in the house.
You think of the worst.
You close all the windows.
Of course,
Open
in
it
the
up
wintertime, you keep the
and
windows.
bring in my charcoal.
No, you don't. You don't do no charcoal. You don't do no barbecuing inside your house.
No, you just burn the charcoal.
No. That's why you have in the States we got it's called central heating, central air. It's all operated by a thermostat. No, you don't. No, you don't burn charcoal in your house. It'll kill you. Carbon monoxide poisoning. Is it carbon monoxide poisoning? Yeah, you don't do that. No. And if you have no, I wouldn't even do it. Well, if you have a fireplace, you burn some wood. Nah, you don't want to mess with charcoal. Oh, no. It's called a thermostat. You set that thing at like 77 degrees or whatever.
What's it? Charcoal.
It's called central air, central heat. In other words,
You use the charcoal. Wood charcoal.
Listen. You do not burn anything inside your house. Unless you have a fireplace and you burn wood. But other than that, if you don't have a fireplace, you don't do no. Listen, look at me. Look at me. No. Okay, let me ask you a question. Would you do that here now in this house? Would you have a barbecue grill inside this house and cook and barbecue? And if you say, yeah, I'm looking, you lost your mind. That's toxic. It'll kill you. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. See, migrants tried it a few years ago and they burn it. Yeah, that's enough. Hey, Anthony, I mean, come from the Northeast. When you have stuff like that, man, there's a chance you're going to lose power. You got a generator? Talk about electricity tomorrow from 6 o'clock in the morning.
6:30 to 6:30.
Yeah.
A.M. to 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, we had no power. We have a blackout. Okay, we had no power. I'm just glad I got my generator, and we'll make a lot of friends tomorrow, won't we? Everybody coming over asking to charge the phone. I don't care. It don't bother. It uses what 0.9 watts or something like that. I ain't worried about that. I don't care. I just like the bits. I just like to complain, you know. Hey, Big E's, how you doing, man?
Big A's.
Hey, how you doing, guy? Hope you're maintaining your health. Now, the key thing is it like a one floor apartment, or is it like 2 or 3 floors? It was I had an apartment in Virginia, and I was on it was a 3-story. I was on the 2nd floor. You know, I never needed to turn my heat on. I never needed to turn my heat on because the heat rises. So the heat used to rise up into my apartment. So it's always warm in there. It was always never turned it on. I always had it on in the wintertime. I had it off. I don't know. What you mean, Big E's? Oh, okay. Yeah, therapy. Yeah. Not naturally, you mean? Yeah. They say it's the best thing. What do they call it? Water therapy. Yeah, I know a friend of mine had really bad knees. I mean, really bad. And he had knee replacement on both his knees, got replaced. And that's what they did. They got him water therapy. And he said, man, you think it'll be hard, but he goes, you can walk with no pain.
Mhm.
Of course, the water was warm, you know. Stay on the first floor. I don't. It's not the temperature; it's the humidity. Anything that's what gets me a lot of times. The humidity. I mean, we got our with the aircon. We got it set at 77 degrees just to get the. I mean, and the drainage for the aircon, man, it's like constant water. That's how much humidity. Yeah,
Yep.
like the heat. It don't the heat. I mean, it's just the humidity. That's what gets a lot of people, especially like I said, Anthony. A lot of people they got lung issues, man. This humidity, the humidity knocks them out. It knocks them out. They have a hard time with it, and it's understandable, right?
Yeah.
You don't see too many Philippine folks with lung problems. A lot of them have like high blood pressure and stuff like that. Not too many. I haven't seen any with lung issues. It's always hard. And I talked to guys like in their 20s and they got high blood pressure. They're on medication. Like, what are you doing? So I wonder if it's a genetics thing. You know what I mean?
Because of
Inheritance.
the hot weather.
I don't know. It's I think maybe the food that you all eat.
Also one of the food.
They
The
eat,
hot
they eat a
weather
lot
will
of
kill you.
they eat a lot of greasy stuff and a lot of stuff with high.
Hard and a high um hot weather will kill you if you have high blood and heart heart illness or disease.
Yeah, that's a good goal. Yeah. Mm, yeah. It's just sugar high in the Philippines.
Yes.
Yeah, but they do. They like their sweets. They like their salt. They like everything. Well, not everything, but they like the deep fries. I like deep fries. Don't get me wrong, but I know it's not healthy for you, so that's why I kind of limit it. Do it. Eat it in moderation.
Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce Carl.
Good morning.
KK.
Cake.
Oh, yeah, they no. Actually, the only time Big East cake. That's not a that. I mean, it's a thing. Everybody likes cake, okay? But it's like if I go to the bakery and I grab just for one reason or another, I grab some cake. They think it's a birthday somewhere. They yeah it does a lot of sugar. Yeah, that's why in moderation, man. You don't eat that much. You stay. If it's unhealthy, you say, okay, I'm not gonna eat this stuff every day. I'll have it once in a while. And they love their fat.
Yeah.
Mhm. They love their fat.
It doesn't taste good if there's no fat.
You're right. You're right. Okay, it's called marble. But I don't like the extent where it's like 50-50. No. That's no. 50% meat, 50% fat. No, I can't, no. I can't deal with it. I don't know about y'all, but I just can't deal with that. I'm not a health freak, man. We already talked about that. Okay.
Maybe we need to go to I changed the the fat. I changed the topic. we need to go to
What are you even looking at?
grocery. Can I borrow your pen, please? Thank you.
What, today?
Yeah, can you?
Take the e-bike out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got to unlock some. Miles got a new e-bike. I have a video. I'm gonna upload it tomorrow. But yeah, she got a now. She thinks she's cool now.
Detergent.
She told me she wants to get a jacket and she wants to wear her colors. Right?
Uh-uh.
Uh-uh.
We don't have cooking oil.
Are you driving? Or am I driving?
See if I can do it.
Yeah, okay. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, we don't have dish, roll dish.
Man, this list is growing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, this is, if I don't do this way, I totally forgot.
So Big E's, when's your next live? Or do you just like say, okay, do you just do it like when you feel like doing it? I mean, there's vloggers here, not here, but there's vloggers on YouTube that they just do it whenever they feel like doing it, but they get like crazy amount of views. You know, they get more than 10 people in the live stream. They get like 800,000 in a live stream.
Too deep.
Come on, man.
Oh,
Work your way out of it. Find something that makes you happy and bring yourself out of it. You know? Even if it's just like listening to music or watching your favorite show that you already seen 20 million times, if that brings you to your happy place, that's what you do, man. Yeah, that is it. I get that. I think the less amount of sun you get, that'll do it to you. When I was living in Scotland, you kind of find yourself like that, you know, every once in a while. But Scotland, it's not sunny, okay? And you get like that, man. You're like, I need some sun. And what a lot of people were doing, they had a tanning spa. And a lot of people were going there. I'm not saying every day, but like once or twice a week, they were going to the tanning spa to get some vitamin D. And it helps. They said it actually makes you feel better. Yeah. I think that's why the people in the Philippines are always happy-go-lucky, you know? I honestly believe that. I think that's why the people in the Philippines, because it's 99% of the time it's beautiful weather, you know, the sun and everything like that. Yeah, it's hot and it's humid, but they're used to that. I think that's why they are one of the reasons why they are the way they are, you know? Now, yeah, people, what they say in Alaska and places like that, like the unaliving rate is like really high. I mean, self-harm is like really high. Washington State, places like that. So I think the weather or the sun has a lot to do with it. Smoke? What do you mean smoke? Cigarettes?
Good morning, Cassie. Cassie.
Oh, didn't I hit that? Oh, sorry, Cassie. Hey, good morning, Cassie. How you doing? Glad to see you, man. You might want to check to see if somebody's here. Probably a dog walked past the house, monkey losing his mind. Yeah, it's been proven that Big East is like the sun and stuff like that has a lot to do with your attitude. Not yours in general, but your all around attitude and look on life. And that's why I think why a large majority of the people in the Philippines here are always in a good mood. You know? They're always happy go lucky. That's just my opinion. Do I have any medical backing? No, I don't. Casey. Okay, Casey. What do you mean I've been too long in the Philippines? Are you talking about me or somebody else? Oh, okay. If you're talking about the magical green stuff, if you're talking about that, there's been talk about them legalizing it here in the Philippines. I don't think it'll ever happen. They're talking about legalizing it here. Thailand, they're starting to think about backtracking and illegalizing or illegalizing is becoming a problem. I don't know if that's true. Oh, a cat? Oh, well.
A long list.
No. Miles' a secret list. It's the last one.
Saffron. The sweet chili sauce.
No, okay. Yeah, I know. I know. You want to know something, Mary? I know a lot of vets that suffer from PTSD, and this is the only way they can sleep at night is if they use the magical green stuff.
Can't say that. Can't say.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I don't think they ever will. But the way I look at it, in my opinion, is that you know what kind of revenue that would bring into this country? Me and you have to say the magical green stuff. I'll tell you, I don't want to get too deep because you don't know what YouTube thinks from day to day. And I don't know. I don't know. It'd be a good revenue source as far as, because they get their cut. You know what they would want something out of it, the government. No, don't do that. No, no, don't be doing that, man. Nothing. I'll tell you later. You gotta watch what you say on YouTube. No, don't do that, man. Yeah, but like I said, I know a lot of vets that participate in the festivities, I guess you would say, and that's the only way they can sleep at night. They got the demons that come out at night. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, man. Do you think it's a good or a bad thing?
Is it legally selling
In the states, there is a couple of states, not federal, not as far as the federal government's concerned, okay, but the states, in some states, it's legal. But the funny thing is that the feds, like the DEA, they could raid if they wanted to, if they really wanted to, they could raid their little shops that sell it. They could raid them. No, no, that's illegal here too.
What's CBD?
That's a product of the happy green stuff. No, that's anything, Casey, anything is illegal here.
Yeah.
But see, they got a lot of problems as far as drugs from China. So I think that's why. Hey, Jack and Maria, how you doing, man? Oh, we're great. We're great. We got Miles bought we purchased a e-trike from Miles. So life is good in Badak right now. And I'm like a number one husband, at least for now. That could change. But
Mhm.
yeah. They sell them. They sell that in the shops, right, Bruce Pell? I know in Virginia they do. I walked in this. I walked in there one time, with a friend. He has PTSD vet, and we walked. And I thought I was looking all over the place, waiting for the place to get raided, you know. And they had these little. I don't have any these little bottles with the what's called on the top, for the lid. They had that, and they had these little jars with the examples of the happy green stuff, and they had all this other stuff. And I was like, man, I kept on looking around. He goes, why are you acting so nervous? I said, I'm waiting for this place to get raided. you know. He goes, and the clerk heard me. She started laughing. She goes, don't worry about it. But she did tell me though. She's the one who told me, Fred, like DEA can raid us if they really wanted to. They could raid us, but I don't think they ever will unless it goes deeper than just the happy green stuff. But yeah, she said, yeah, they can legally they could do it, but the state, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you, Mayor. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. San Miguel, that's a big thing here, Casey. San Miguel. It used to be.
Miguel.
Oh, at one time, all I ever heard about was Red Horse, Red Horse, Red Horse. But now it's San Miguel. I don't know. I never tasted it. I don't drink, so
Miguel.
it's kind of hard. They're
Yeah.
cracking down on a lot of stuff now.
Mhm.
They're big. They are. They're starting to crack down on a lot of. If you if you either immigration, and it happens anywhere, but they're cracking real hard on it here. You have a phone, and say they arrest you for something, or they're questioning you for some reason, and they look into your phone and they see like inappropriate things in there, especially when it comes to younger people. Life's not very good for you.
That's their evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they might have been doing something, more than the happy green stuff. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. And that's when they crossed that line. It's like, you're an idiot. You had a good bit, and they made money. I know in Colorado, they made money there with them shops. They make a lot of money. And they grow them. The only problem is, since it's not legal federally, they have a hard time finding a bank that'll let them make the deposit into their account. I know in Colorado, this financial institute, I can't remember the name of it, where they basically told them, yeah, we'll keep your money, but you ain't gonna get no interest on it. It was like a bank, but it wasn't FDIC insured or anything like that. Now I don't know if that's true, but that's what I was hearing. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Well, you gotta watch yourself, Casey. Then you gotta watch yourself, especially here. They're cracking down on all that. Well, there was another guy right now got deported, a Russian guy. See, they're going around telling everybody he was HIV positive and everything.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you, man? And they got deported. They're cracking.
It's not positive. He's
Yeah.
negative, but it's just let the people here in the Philippines alarming,
Yeah,
and they're scared with HIV.
yeah. He was telling everybody. I mean, he was HIV positive. He
Yeah.
wasn't. He wasn't. I don't know why. It was stupid. It was stupid. But they're cracking down on that stuff. They're tired of it. The Philippine government and the people are tired of, people coming here and acting inappropriate and acting like, it's okay. I'm from wherever country they're from and I could do that. No, you can't. No, you can't. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Cash is king here, Big East. Cash is king. You can get like us. They gave us. They thought we were like the bee's knees or the best thing in the world. We went in and bought that toy, and we paid cash, no financing. Right? We paid cash. They thought we were like, oh, you know what I mean?
Just give us the
We got everything for free.
small discount.
They gave us a discount. And they gave us the cover for free.
Complete accessories. That's it.
Wow.
Complete accessories.
Yeah, they gave us everything for free because we were paying cash. You know what I mean? So it pays to pay in cash. No, instead of financing it, just pay it. Here you go. Here's the money. Leave me alone. I don't know Casey, I don't know what his problem was. I don't know why he was doing it. I mean, everybody knows about, who was that guy's name? The Russian American? Vitali. Yeah, Vitali. Everybody knows about him, okay? Everybody. So why would you come here and go around telling people that you were HIV positive? Why would you do that?
Yeah, the vitamin.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But why would you do? Why anybody with a? Okay, well, I forgot. You're dealing with children. I forgot. Mentality-wise, you're dealing with a child. But I don't.
And one also Russian guy said Filipino is a monkey.
Yeah, he even said that all Filipinos are nothing but monkeys. What? See, people gotta remember, if you ever get deported from a country back to your own country, they take away your passport and you'll never get it back.
Don't come over here.
You'll never get that
If you don't then deal with the monkeys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in your country and I'm gonna say negative things about it. You know? I don't know. I mean, you can come to the Philippines and really, really enjoy yourself. You know, but you act like a human being. You don't act like an idiot. You know, this is not the land of. You're not. The Philippines of the past no longer exist. Okay, they have come up to the modern times. You know, and you can't come here thinking that I'm a male, whatever country from, and I can sleep with any Philippine woman I want because they want me so bad. They don't want you; they want your money. Let's be real; they want your money. Not all of them, but the girls that work in the bars. You think they're looking for a husband? No.
Yeah, Kasi, you're right. You are right. They believe that they are.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Casey. No, those rules don't apply to me. I'm a whatever. Insert your country's name there, and I'm from there, so I only listen to the laws of my country.
I have my own rules, so I will apply my rules here.
Ladybug? Oh, you mean ladyboys? You want to know something? The ladyboy. He meant to say ladyboy. The ladyboys are the trans man, like a man transitions into a woman. They call them ladyboys, and they even call each other ladyboys. Okay, so it's not a negative thing. They're different here. They are. They're not in your face, and they play the part very well. There's some here, okay, that you gotta look. Really, you look. You're like, what? You look at. Right? Am I lying? The girls that work on the massage parlor. That's one of the reasons why I won't go to massage parlor. I just don't know. But anyway, you have to look. You're like, now there's some here you're looking like, nah, dude, no, you ain't got no business doing what you're doing. But they play the part very well. No, I'm not into it, but I respect them. And the reason why I respect them is they're living their life to where they're happy. they don't come across like, I believe this, so you better believe this. You know what I mean? They're not in your face about it. That's what I respect about them. Yeah. But Mayor, they're different here. They are. They're so different here. You know, you hear nothing but, you know, in the news about, you know, I even asked one of them, and we knew it's the one you see on a video every once in a while while we're walking. Really good person, really good person. And I asked him jokingly, I said, "So what do you use, the male or the females?" The male, yeah, the male or the female restroom. And they said it depends on the situation. If there's like in a mall, a lot of times she says I go into the males because of children and stuff like that. See, they respect other people. But if I'm at, you know, somewhere else and they got an option male or female, I'll use the female. But I said, I know when you use the female. Looked at me, I said, when the male's all crowded and there's a line waiting outside. And just laughed at me. But they're different. They're really different here, okay? And that's why you respect them. You respect for what they're doing because they're happy and they ain't out yelling and screaming at people for misgendering them or not telling them, not saying the right pronouns. You know, they're happy. And that's all that matters. That's the way I look at it. You're happy, then that's all that matters. Anyone else know something? It has no effect on my life. I could care less. Just the way I feel, man. Yeah, exactly, Casey. Do it your own. They're happy. It has no effect in your life. Who cares? You know? And they're not hanging around in female bathrooms with taking pictures or just standing there staring. You know what I mean? Because they actually live that life. And like I said, they got some here, you got to look. You're like, no, is it? And I even asked Miles, I said, is that a man or is that a woman or a guy? You know, don't I? Oh, I asked her, is that a guy? And she'll look and say, yeah. And I'm like the one yesterday, we went to go eat.
It looked like
It did not look like a man. I'm sorry. It had a very feminine face, okay? And that's what I'm saying. It had feminine hands. So maybe it was supposed to be born a girl. You know, maybe. But at but when it talked, it was a different story. You're like, wow, you got to work on that. Yeah, you got to work on your voice. But you're like, and it even had a figure. And I'm going to say something. Don't take this the wrong way. I told Miles, I said, she got to be wearing fake boobs or something. You know what I mean? But it was a lady boy. You got to, yeah. You got to, come here. Oh, okay, you're good. No, sorry. No, I would never do that. I would never do that. Yeah, but you want to know something, Biggie? Some you got to watch them. You got, especially like Cebu area and stuff like that. What they do is there'll be like 3 or 4 of them, and you'll be walking. It's usually if you're by yourself, which you don't do that to begin with, and they'll all circle around you and be hugging on you. Okay, they'll be hugging on you. They ain't hugging on you because they want to be with you. What they're doing is they're trying to make body contact so they can, you know, see if you got anything in your pockets or in your, you know what I mean? They ain't doing it because they want to be with you. They're doing it because they want your money. Yeah, I'll pronounce. I mean, man, I could care less. You could say whatever. You know, you're a male or female. You're not a he, she, it, then. But like I said, if that makes you happy, you're fine. You don't wear a little. I've seen it where they wear a button, not a button, but whatever it is on the shirt, and it says, and it has my pronouns on it. I don't give a shit about your pronouns. I could care less, you know. Yeah, they're coming down.
$800.
$800 one way. That's not bad. Casey, I paid a lot. I paid one time. I paid $600 for a round trip.
What is one way?
One way is flying here and
No.
Yeah, no return ticket. But you do know, Casey, if you fly to the Philippines, you have to prove that you're leaving. If you come here and you're looking for a tourist visa or a visitor visa, whatever you want to call it, you got to prove that you're leaving here. So what a lot of people do is they buy fake tickets, which costs you, how much did that one cost me? Like $30. I think it was like $30. And $30, you avoid the hassle because they will ask you how long you're gonna be here for, and you bring up that fake ticket or whatever, or you got proof that you got a round trip. They'll leave you alone. But you start trying to do a song and dance on them, they'll say, oh, you need to go in there. You need to go over that place right there. You know, to that interview or whatever you want to call them. You need to go talk to them. Yeah, an onward ticket. Yes. You can buy fake ones online for like $30.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? I think it. If you plan on coming here and staying here, and that's your end goal, I pay the $30. You know, yeah, it's a lot. It could be a lot of money, but avoid a lot of hassle and trying to do a song and dance on them because they ain't gonna believe. They know when you're trying to BS them. They know. They know. They've been doing it. You know, they know when you're BS them. They're not stupid. So yeah, pay the $30. Complain about it, have at it, but it saves a lot of problems from a lot of problems, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Onward ticket.
Yeah, got on. Yeah, that's what I got when I came the last time I came here. That's what I got. I got an onward ticket. There's a lot of people say. I was asking a guy who always flies back and forth Philippines, and he told me, he says, well, I said, I'm going there to stay. He says, you got anything saying you're leaving? I said, no. He said, you need to get something. And that's when he told me about that. I didn't know, Anthony, I didn't nothing about those onward tickets, nothing about it. They didn't talk about it on YouTube. He says, no, get, and he gave me the website. He says, $30, man, because it's worth it. And it's not paper, it's digital, it's on your phone. So when they ask, you say, yeah. And you show them it. And it has to be less than 30 days. Usually like 29, 28, whatever. And you're like, okay. And that's what he said, were you leaving? And I was like, yeah. And I showed it to him. All right, thank you. Have a nice life, man. Don't get in no trouble. He actually told me that. Don't get in no trouble while you're here. Yeah, these guys are, I'll be honest, custom and immigration here in the Philippines, they're a lot nicer than they are in the States. They're a lot nicer than they are in the States. They're more pleasant. Like I said, man, the people here are happy all the time. It kind of annoys you at first. You're like, I'm in a pissed off mood and you're smiling at me.
Where's the gate? Where's my gate? Boarding gate?
No. I did that. Is everybody they do that? They go, you say, hey, where's the restroom? And you're like, what are you, a freaking goldfish? What are you doing here? I got the first time when I'd seen it, because I was asking a woman, she had very thick lips, okay? And she did it, I mean, her lips protruded out. It's like, whoosh. I had Ronald laughing about it, remember? I was telling Ronald, I said, Ronald, what's up with that? And he looks at me, and I told him, he just started laughing. I said, Dad, she had these real thick lips. And he went, what's up with that? You all seen it, or you all see it. It said pointing to the lips. I'm pretty sure you all figured that one out. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I nobody ever gave me any answers, man. If you can put it in the comments, would you like us to do lesser live streams or more live streams, or just leave it the way it is? I don't care, man. Me and Miles. And what is the best time for you all? I'll do them 6 days a week if people want to, people want to see it. There's other streamers that do it 4 or 5 times a day, 7 days a week. But of course, they got the viewers, so. I mean, my viewers have gone up, man. I remember when we first started. I don't know, Anthony, if you remember, it was like 3, 2, 3, 1. And after a while, it started getting depressing.
Anthony.
What do you say? Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, you're like, what's that all about?
It's good that the one you approach is a man, guy.
It was a female. It was a female. And she had these lips. Her lips were, I'm not gonna say they were big, they were just very thick. And when she did it, it was like, oh my, it like extended out. And I was like, whoa, what the hell is wrong with her? Did I say something wrong? And then all of a sudden, because I guess the look I gave her, like, what? She kind of chuckled and she goes, there. And she pointed. And then when I came back, it was the restroom because I had my face felt like it was. I came back and she apologized. I said, no, ain't no reason to apologize to me. And they'll do that, man. Things they do here, and if you don't get, if they, like the lips and the look I gave her, she apologized to me. This is your country. This is what you people do. You ain't got to apologize to me for it. That means. So you ready to skedaddle?
Oh,
Okay, it's back. Mimi, you need to leave that wires alone. All right, we're gonna
I'm
bounce.
still learning the Filipino culture.
Just take your time. I've been here going on this something on at least once a week. I learn something new. You know, I'm like, oh, okay. I'll be honest with you, Mr. Anthony. I used to say, you know, when I see something or somebody tell me something, I'm thinking in my head, that's so stupid. I'm like, now I'm like, no, it's not. It's just the way they are, you know, because you're not used to it. You know what I mean? Like here, I would think, okay, you might understand what I mean by this, Mr. Anthony. I would think this is a one-ways country, Filipinos, okay? And I would think, man, they would treat me like badly because I'm not one of them. They're not like that at all, man. They're not like that. And I talked to a gentleman here that he was just coming through town. And he even told me that. We were talking about it, and he says, you would think they would be that way, like, you know what I mean? Like, looking at you. He says, they're not that way. I said, no, they're not. They don't care about that stuff. I said, the countries that have a melting pot has more problems than countries like this. And that's why I respect about it. They treat you good here. I think they treat you good.
Yeah, have a great day, Big Ace.
Yeah, Big E's, you be good, man.
Thank you, Bruce.
All right, thanks, Bruce, Kyle. All right, man, we're gonna let these guys go. We got to take a market run, and Miles got therapy today. So I want to thank Anthony, Casey, Bruce, Big E's, of
Yes.
course. I always said Casey. Mary, thank you for being here, man. We do appreciate it. Daryl and Florence, Bruce and Kyle. I always said that. All right, if I miss anybody, I apologize. I'm just reading off names here. And our next slide will be Sunday. Sunday, same time, same channel. And you all be good to yourself and be good to each other. And hopefully I will see you then. Hold on a second. Let's see what Mr. Hey, thank you, Mr. Anthony. Hey, you stay warm, man. Stay safe and stay out of the cold, okay? Bye for now.
Bye.